Live, live, live. And I'm so excited to be launching the Grand Feet website along with the author, Talina Hutton. So, everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome to a very special Facebook Live. Today, we are celebrating the official launch of grandfeet.com. It's an inspiring, heartfelt brand created by the amazing Talina Hutton, whose mission is to empower children, families, and communities through storytelling, creativity, and emotional wellness. So we'll be talking to Talina about her journey as the author and visionary. Plus, we're pulling back the curtain to take a look at what brings this site to life, from landing pages to tech tools, and how you can use the same strategy in your own business. Because, sisters, I know there's a lot of you out there that are sitting on your gifts and talents, and now is the time to stop. Let people know what you're doing because you can really change, the lives of others with your message, with your heart, with your love, just as Talina Hutton has done. So, Talina, what
Yes.
inspired you to do the Grand Feet series?
Well, first of all, hello everyone, and thank you for welcoming me to have this important discussion today. And what inspired me, it all started with a dream. It was during COVID time, and I awoke from this dream, and it was my maternal great grandmother and grandmother. And there weren't any words spoken, but I understood in the dream that it was a message to trust your feet to carry you along to the pathway and your destiny in life. My first book came to me very easily because I wrote it then and there. And also, what also inspired me is my daughter and myself. So it's kind of a lot of multi-layered things intertwined. Um, I have big feet, so it kind of that was symbolic for like, okay, a grand purpose. That was the first thing that I noticed of my daughter as well. And so I just tapped into that message and wrote the book then and there. It's been a really important message that I've been able to share. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I love that. I can't wait to show everyone your beautiful website. And you talked a lot about self-worth, legacy, and reclaiming your identity during our many sessions that we had together as we worked together to create your avatar, those people that you sell, to really identify and hone in on the particular products that you want to sell. How do those values, Talina, show up in your books and your brand?
Those values show up in my books, and I decided to put them there because I feel like young children, we teach them, we make sure they know reading, writing, math, literacy, but it's not too often that we sit them down and teach them about their self-worth and how to love themselves. That's all about the reclaiming their identity, even from a very young age. That's really important. So that's why I included that in the book. And as far as legacy, I want this message to be here long after I'm gone, just like I was able to receive the message from my grandmothers long after they're gone. Just something, a seed that I can plant that's foundational, so kids can start to see themselves in their wholeness right away, right from the jump.
I love that. I know in working with you, you've got a tremendous number of testimonials really demonstrating your social proof, and that's great feedback to get from your readers and your listeners. What's been the most meaningful feedback you've received since sharing Grand Feet with the world?
The most meaningful for me right now, and that could evolve as, I grow my brand, is that adults actually appreciate the message and
Mm.
find meaning in it. Yeah, I met someone in the grocery store, told them about it. They bought my book on Amazon. I read the review, and she was just talking about how the message was just so relevant for her and a good reminder for her to remember to love herself and to trust herself. And I didn't, it's just a feedback that I didn't anticipate. I anticipated it to be, all about the kids, but the fact that adults are also finding value in it is really meaningful for me.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And so it sounds like there's a place for young and old and everyone in
Yes.
between, for
Yeah.
the book, that there's a message.
Even before they're born, I've heard mothers saying, I read this to my baby while they were in the womb. So
Oh,
you
wow.
can start even before birth of planting
Yeah.
that seed.
And I loved your inspiration. Like you, Talina, I have big feet too. I wear an 11, an 11,
Yeah,
sometimes a 12, sometimes a 12. And so
same.
I understand,
Yep,
what that means. And I love that name, Grand Feet. It because it makes, what we have, not odd, not weird, but yeah, we're standing on this land with their feet, and we're balanced and we're stable. We can bend like trees, but we don't break. And I think
absolutely,
that's so beautiful.
absolutely.
So how has it felt to finally have your message come alive online through your own platform at grandfeet.com?
So I initially I was already of value, but I feel like having being working with you and it's helped to refine it, to make it even better, to add the value to it. It's packaged my offerings in a way that makes it easier for me to work with businesses and individuals alike. So it's just polished it up, made it much more better than it already is.
Excellent. Well, let's share with everybody your beautiful website, your beautiful landing page. And I want to take some time to really educate people on the benefits of a web page, the distinction between that and a whole website. Because you and I had that conversation, and what you landed with was something that really made sense, so you didn't have to spend a lot of money or a lot of time, but you could just get your message out, efficiently and effectively.
Absolutely.
So, drum roll. Do you see the screen?
Yes, I do.
So here is the Grand Feet Collective, and it starts out with these beautiful, soothing colors on how you can empower children one at a time. So with your effort, we did start with the vibe kit to
Hmm.
identify your colors, your fonts, really the kind of vibe that you wanted people to get when you took a look at the site. And it launches to be able to allow people to choose the path they'd like to take. So we can click that button and it takes us to really three offers,
Yeah,
that you got clarity about. You were selling your book, you've got your coloring book, and then for those people that wanted both, you put both of those in a bundle, which is
right,
great. And the bundle offers allows people to buy your offering at a reduced price. So, it creates this win-win-win opportunity for people.
right.
Yes. Now, I know we also work together to identify your avatar,
Yeah.
and how was that process for you?
That process was very important because it helps you to tap into the soul of your business and find out who your customers are and where you can meet them, how you can meet them where they are, and match your offerings to their needs. And that was something that I don't think I've done before. And it really gave me a lot of clarity on like how I should move forward in my offerings and how I should shape my brand around that.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember when we were doing those sessions, because each of our sessions from branding which includes the vibes, the colors, to the offers. And then when it was time to do the avatar, we spent about an hour together going into meditation,
Yeah,
and you got in touch with your higher self
yeah,
and identified three different kinds of avatars, that were going to be, the soul of your business. And it was so beautiful to watch. You just get calm, peaceful, and in touch with, your higher self. because you just rattled them off. You had a look and feel, you knew how, what they wanted, you knew what their pain points were. And so we were really able to customize your call to actions and customize, all the copy to words, emotions, and sentiments that your avatars would respond to. And I was really impressed how you did that so quickly.
Yeah, well, thank you. And you made it really easy for me to do that because just like it was just an environment that wasn't threatening. It wasn't like, okay, you got to do this. It was just like that your approach to it made it really easy. So that I attribute it to that as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's continue to scroll through your landing page. And so I love this too. You allowed for volume pricing,
Yes.
to your clients because I know you work with school districts, you work with entities, large and small,
Yeah.
and you're really looking to sell as many, of these books. And so your volume pricing provides affordably priced books and coloring books to, kids
Yeah.
and adults that need that. I love that. What made you decide to do that?
Well, I was getting, a lot of offers and getting being invited to events from nonprofits and people who serve the community, and they were buying bulk orders. And so I felt like this was really important to add to my landing page and to let them know all the information they need to know in case, they were wanting to also invite me to their events and have me share Grand Feet with their community that they work with.
Excellent, excellent. I love that. And we've also got a meet the author section here on your landing page. So, and it talks about who you are as an educator, an advocate, and a visionary. And I got to tell you, I am really grateful to know that someone with your heart, your intelligence, and your compassion are really working with these kids 0 to 7. That's such an important age.
Yeah, I will say it's a reciprocal relationship. Just as much as I give to the kids and the families, they give to me, and I don't think I would be able to stay in this profession as long as I have and been as successful as I have without that. So you give a lot as a teacher, and you also get and learn a lot over the years.
I love
Definitely
that.
working with kids, they always teach you something about yourself.
They sure do, and they're honest.
Apart.
They will
For,
tell you what you really think,
for sure.
what they really think.
They really think, absolutely. Yes, it's been very healing. I love working with kids.
That's beautiful. I
Yeah.
also like your site because it's clean. It's not full of a lot of unnecessary pictures, unnecessary words. You get straight to the point. And that's what I like about, a landing page like that. And then, we have, we see what your testimonials are. And, I think that's certainly important. I love to see Folsom Cordova Community Partnership has purchased your books. And so that provides you social proof, to your clients that, hey, yeah, I've been selling out there. These are some of the testimonials I've been given. So you entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, mompreneurs, collect your data. If people are giving you positive or negative feedback, collect it. All that information is good. The positive feedback, you certainly want to post it so you have your social proof, much like Talina has done here.
Yeah, and I'll just add, before like working with you, I really didn't even know what a landing page was. And so yeah, it's important to have, like you said, if people are giving you reviews, collect that and organize it in a way to put yourself out there and let people know what you have to offer because it's of value and it's me.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I will talk a little bit more about what the landing page is, for everyone out there, for the listeners out there, particularly those people sitting on your gifts and talents. I'm going to
Mm.
have a few words directly for you, sisters. And so What also is available when you order today or any day is that you can get a free gift with your order. So as soon as you order, Talina will package it up, send you a free gift. It will include the I Am Grounded affirmation poster. It's great for kids. It's a great for people my age, because sometimes we forget. Sometimes we need to ground, sometimes we need to do that artwork, to let our own inner children to come out and play. So I strongly encourage you to buy the books, get the affirmation poster, and start coloring, start letting your inner child out so you can have more joy and fulfillment in your life.
Yeah.
One thing we want to point out is that the pricing for these books is really low. And so I invite you to buy now before the price increases. And then you can order by just going back up to, the different options. You can either get a book for $15, you can get the coloring book for $10, or you can get both for $20 and save $5. So this website is operational. I'm sorry, this landing page is operational right now, grandfeet.com. Go now and get your free I Am Grounded affirmation page. And now I want to talk a little bit about this landing page and what a landing page is. So a landing page is really a one page, it's a single focus web page that's designed to guide your visitors toward one clear action. And whether it's making a purchase, signing up for a freebie, or booking a call with you, it's intended to do one thing and one thing only. And so you notice on Talina's webpage, she's got all three of her offers very clearly outlined. Now, this type of landing page is called a funnel landing page because you want to start people at a place that they can easily be met, where you can easily meet them with an offer, and then they can go down your funnel for more and better offers. And so we like to keep these really clean by having somewhere between 3 and 5 offers. When you start having more, it starts muddying the waters. And so we want it clean, we want it focused. Now, the distinction between a landing page and a website is this. You could think of a website more as a brochure that has all information about your brand. It can tell about you, your company. It could provide maybe a calendar of events. It might have a real detailed list of your products and services. A website might have, 4 to 10 pages associated with it. But when you send people to something that large, they can easily get confused. And what happens when people get confused? They leave, right? They leave. And so the landing page, again, it's a focused effort to get people to do something. Purchase, raise awareness, get a freebie, book a call. And so again, Talina received a funnel. And so the funnel starts with, the first product, which is the Grand Feet book. And then it includes a cross sell and then an upsell. Think about when you go to McDonald's and you just want a burger. So the person will say, okay, would you like anything else? Would you like fries to go with that hamburger? And you might say, oh yeah. So that's a cross sell. Or would you like a drink? Yeah. Okay, well, if you bundle it, you can get a better price. That's the upsell. So we're doing all of that with technology in a very simple, easy, focused way. And, you can still give information about who you are, much like, we did on Talina's website at grandfeet.com. There's a Meet the Author section. Now, I know with Talina, because we've talked, we're going to build out her entire platform over time. But this allows her to get her message out at a low cost and relatively quickly. Within a month or so, we had this up, right?
Yep.
And it's fully operational. It includes automatic payment, meaning she just will get an email saying, "Hey, you made a sale," and then she can send the book off, through her normal process and mechanism. And so that's the benefit of a landing page. And so I want to offer, listeners that are out there that are sitting on your gifts. At Serendipity Innovation, we have a $197 landing page offer. And this landing page offer, you can create a funnel like Talina did, or you may just be interested in selling one product. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because when
No.
we sell one product, we can just provide a lot more information about that one product and create your landing page as a sales landing page. Or if you're just looking to get more leads, we can create a lead magnet landing page that will allow you to offer a free gift in exchange for your visitor's contact information. So any or all of those things could be done. And some of my clients will start with the landing page and just continue to build on the landing page. And ultimately, they'll have their own website because we're thinking about it strategically in that way. And so, sisters, if you are interested in getting your gifts and talents out there to the world, consider this landing page special. This landing page special. I'd love to support you. Just let me know in the DMs below. Last question I have for you, Talina. What advice would you give someone who has a story or a vision but doesn't know exactly where to start?
So first, I'll give you the advice that worked for me is to tell people. I was telling people when my book was just a dream and I hadn't written it down yet. Because that, first of all, holds you accountable because people are going to be asking you, oh, okay, well, how about this? Well, how's it going? You talked about this. Where are you at with your progress? Um, and then also, don't let your dream or your idea stay just a dream or idea. You talked about sitting on your gifts. Like we all have something to give in this life. And if you are called to give or you think you can help someone, go ahead and take the step because you don't have to know the end product. A lot of time we want to be in control and we want to know how it's going to end out. Just take one step. And then after you take that step, you can take another and then another. Um, the best analogy I have for that is when they talk about you can't how you eat an elephant, one bite at a time.
One
You know
bite
what I'm
at a
saying?
time.
Just start and then everything else will fall into place. And also, don't be afraid to reach out to professionals because I would not have been able to even write my book if I didn't reach out to an editor and an illustrator and professionals like you who are helping me even further after the book became a thing. So don't be afraid to reach out to people, even if it's just to have the discussion. You don't always have to feel ready or be ready. You'll never be or feel ready. Just take action.
I
That's my
love that. So, Talina, do you help other aspiring writers through the writing process?
Yes, I do. That's another one of my offerings that I can help with. So yeah, definitely.
Yes, I love that. And so, everybody, you can find Talina and Grand Feet at grandfeet.com. And so, order today, and you will be surprised and happy and elated when you get these wonderful products that Talina has created. And for those of you out there that are still sitting on your gifts and talents, and you're ready to turn your vision into a high converting landing page like Talina's, grab the $197 landing page special now and let us bring your story to life beautifully, powerfully, and with purpose. Any closing remarks, Talina?
I just wanted to say thank you, Dr. Gigi. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I feel like we've built a relationship that's going to continue to grow as my business grows and my different ideas that I have. And also, this is a great offer. So if anybody's thinking about it or sitting on the fence, be like I did. I shot her a message and we took it from there, and here we are. So,
Yes, I'm really grateful about that.
yeah.
Yes. I see us as having a lifelong friendship.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Okay, well then I think it's probably good at this point to um, say goodbye. But again, if you need to reach Talina or myself, I'm going to place our contact information in the comments. Look forward to talking with you.